If g is given by this function where x is sine t, y is cosine 2t, find derivative of g with respect to t when t equals 0. So we start with g, which is a function of two variables x and y, and x is a function of t, y is also a function of t, and we want to find derivative of g with respect to t. So we need to find partial derivative of g, okay, with respect to x. So that's g x, this direction, let's say g y. I'm trying to come up with the formula, okay, and here now we have only one variable, just the regular derivative x prime with respect to t, y just a function of one variable, just y prime. So the derivative of g with respect to t is just partial of g with respect to x times x prime, which is dx over dt, regular derivative, plus gy partial y partial derivative times y prime dy over dt, which is in this case x partial of g. So find the partial derivative of this with respect to x. That means y behaves like a constant, so 2xy plus with respect to x 3x is 3y cubed times derivative of x with respect to t. So x is sine t, so its derivative is cosine t, plus y partial derivative of g. Okay, let's find the partial with respect to y. So x is constant, just x squared, plus y cubed, just 3y squared, 3y squared 3x, so 9x y squared times dy over dt. Find the derivative of y with respect to t. That is, derivative of cosine is negative sine 2t, and from general, derivative of 2t just 2. Okay, now we need to write this function, everything in terms of a function of t, because we are finding with respect to t. Okay, that is 2 times x is given sine t, y is cosine 2t, plus 3y cubed, so 3y is cosine 2t cubed, so cosine cubed 2t times cosine t, plus x squared is sine squared, plus 9x is sine t, y squared is cosine squared 2t, times outside, that's negative 2 sine 2t times negative 2 sine 2t. Okay, but the question wants more. We need to evaluate this derivative when t equals 0. So now we plug in t equals 0. Okay, so at t equals 0, the derivative of g with respect to t is then, so 2 times sine 0. Sine 0 is 0, so this product will be just 0, plus cosine 0 is 1, but 0 times 1 is just 0. 3 times cosine 0. Cosine 0 is 1. 1 cubed is still 1, so it's 3 times outside cosine 0, which is 1. Here sine 0 is 0 squared, just 0. 9 times sine 0, which is 0, so this whole product is 0, times 2 sine 0 is just 0. So there is nothing. So 0 plus 3, 3 times 1, 3. So the final answer is 3.